Welcome back, guys. So today we're going to be tackling an electrical issue on these 6.0 Power Strokes. Now, from what I understand, nobody else has figured this out. Whenever I posted to 4 of the biggest Power Stroke forums on Facebook, no one could figure it out. You know, they were telling me, oh, it's fuses, this and that, blah, blah. But I'm going to hop right into it, and I'm going to explain to you exactly what I was running into. And hopefully this is your issue, and you won't go months, almost a year without your running lights. I'm going to go ahead and explain the issue that I had real quick, and then I'm going to show you the video that I had posted to the Power Stroke forums and whatnot. So the issue that I was having is whenever I would go to turn my running lights on, there's them on, they would not want to turn on. We have the issue fixed now. So these would stay off. These would stay off, but my headlights would work. So I had high beams, low beams, turn signals worked on both of the mirrors and headlights, but there were no running lights. So that's where I was super confused, because I had running lights in the rear, turn signals, everything worked on the taillights. It was just up here. So basically from the cab forward, I had no running lights whatsoever, but the turn signals worked on both of the headlights and mirrors. So at first I was super stumped, and I'm like, okay, well, typically whenever a bulb or something goes out, it's only one thing. Like if a bulb went out, it would just be this one, not both bulbs and, you know, mirrors at the same time. So I'm like, okay, so it's probably a fuse. I went through all of my fuses, every single possible fuse that I could think of, couldn't find out exactly what it was. So then people are like, it's a ground issue. You probably don't have a good ground. Is there something you messed with? Like, did you just put those headlights in? Did you just put those mirrors in? I explained to everybody, I'm like, I did not do anything electrical to this. I was literally just driving it one day. My girlfriend was just like, hey, your running lights aren't on. I'm like, oh, that's weird. It's probably a fuse, because it happened before in the past and it fixed it. Wasn't any fuses. So I hadn't messed with anything electrical in months of them going out. Wasn't fuses. People were telling me it was grounds, checked all my grounds, couldn't find anything. And then I'm like, okay, well, it has to be the switch itself. So then I went ahead and bought a brand new switch panel for this and replaced it. That still didn't fix the issue. So then that's when I took it to the Power Stroke forums and posted in 4 of the biggest ones that I could think of. And I'm like, surely someone else has ran into this. To my surprise, people had literally just told me exactly, you know, what everything that I already checked had already assumed. And there were actually people commenting on there, hey, I haven't had lights for 2 years. I haven't had lights for 6 months. I haven't had the same issue, blah, blah. So there were tons of other people that had it, and no one could figure it out. I posted on my Instagram. People were sliding up, be like, bro, if you figure out what it is, let me know. So this is me letting you guys know that it is not the end of the world, and it's a little expensive, but it's an easy fix at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you the video real quick. It's in portrait mode, or I think it's portrait or whatever you call it. So I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you what I was kind of going through. So if this is exactly what the issues you're having, you're just like, okay, now I know what it is. So here's the video real quick, and then we're gonna get into how to fix it and what the issue exactly was. So current issue that I'm having is my turn signals work all around. I have switchbacks on my mirrors, switchbacks on my headlights. Imagine those are in. I have those pulled out for now. Now, when I turn the running lights on, the running lights will not work on this or the switchback, but I have running lights on the taillights. So there are the taillights with running lights on, and no running lights to either of my 2 mirrors. Like I said, imagine those are in. Those would not be on either. I have high beams, I have low beams. Headlights work as they should. The turn signals work all around. I just cannot get power to my running lights on either of the 2. I have already replaced this switch here. I've checked all my fuses, ran through wires on here, checked grounds because everyone told me to check grounds, but still can't figure it out. If you got any tips, please let me know. So it was this little guy right here is your culprit. Mine is a 2006 F250. I know there were other 6.0s and stuff that had issues with it, but there's, I guess, the, you know, part number for it. and something in here, I could not tell you exactly what was wrong. Whenever he got it, he just like, let's go ahead and replace this, because I'm sure if you just tore in depth into this entire thing, you're gonna waste more time trying to, I don't know if you can, rebuilding something like this. I have no idea, but it was just easier to rip it out and put a new one in, and that's exactly what Kyle did. So grabbed that guy, threw it in there for me, and bam, had no issues. So if you've been going months or years without running lights and it drives you crazy like me, this is what it is. So it's not extremely expensive. From what I've seen, they run for about $180 refurbished. So yes, these actually can be rebuilt. So $180 refurbished, or you can buy them new for about $240 online. Now, if you went to Ford, I don't know exactly how expensive that would be, because it's Ford, they have it in stock, but hell, you never know. It might only be, $250 or just 10 more bucks. So you're looking at about $180 for a refurbished, $240, $250 for a fuse box. So I hope this was able to, actually figure out what it is. I tried to explain it as much in depth, the issue that I was going through on this truck, because whenever you're trying to figure out what it is, you want them to explain and say, okay, well, they check this off. I had this issue. I had this issue. This sounds exactly like what I'm going through. So I really hope this brought it all together for you. I hope you got it figured out and brings you peace of mind. Now, for those of you wondering, this is the 2017 style Boost Auto Parts switchbacks and mirrors. These are complete plug and play, for those of you wondering. So when I literally say plug and play, I literally mean you unbolt your old mirrors, you put these new ones in, you bolt those in, and it literally plugs in, and these bad boys work as they should. Now, these are switchbacks, so you're gonna have your amber turn signal, and then when you switch it back, to your running lights, these will go back to their white color, just like that. So if you are interested in a set of these, I'm going to post it in the link below. If you want to see a more in-depth video on those, that's also on my channel. I went in depth, pulled these out completely, showed you how to put them in, installation, everything, and did a sweet little edit for them. Now, this company is actually going to be sending me also a brand new set of mirrors that they just came out with. So we're going to be switching up this mirror style. We're going to be going away from the 2017. For those of you that did or did not like it, we're going to be switching it up again. And not only that, but it's a brand new switchback. They're the only company on the market that has this style. It's not going to be, your two little lines running across. This is completely new. Nobody else has this. This is their, brand. So I hope this video was helpful. If you guys want to see more of this truck, here's my other social media accounts that you guys can check out. Check out my other videos. We've got a lot of stuff revolving around this 06 F250. If this video was able to help you guys figure out exactly what was wrong with it, make sure to comment down below and say, hey, that was it, thank you, or just let me know if this was actually helpful, because I want to be able to reach a lot of people out there that had the same issue as I did and help them figure it out. But make sure to like and subscribe while you're already here, and thank you guys for watching the video. Till the next one.